Gamecocks will kick off first, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Drake. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hughes. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Got his man. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense picks it up. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Gamecocks. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Gets rid of it. Makes the grab. It's Walker. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Looking to pass. It's Henderson. It's complete to the left. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator, giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
The Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the delay, it's Hughes. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when those defensive linemen run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job understanding that, seeing the draw play, getting the running back, getting his butt on the ground.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it.
Man, it looked like that was a house call. He made the first guy miss. It was going to the house. He was going to score a touchdown. And then, man, what a big turn of events. Talk about shifting momentum. He coughs it up, gives it to the other team.
First and goal now for Houston as they try to get it in. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. Trying to barrel in. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And he added the extra point. On the run from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, South Carolina. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
He'll bring it out. It's Martin. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Running inside. It's Hughes. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. Bringing the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And that's a great job by the defense, not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
To the air, it's Henderson. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And the returner will be dragged down. In the backfield, it's Harbor. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Now a timeout was called. Play clock was all the way down to 2. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? Sellers. Grabbed on the outside, it's Tuggle. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And on that play, great job by the receiver working his way through the traffic in the middle of the field. That's a crossing route. It's going to take him a couple seconds to get all the way to the other side of the field, but really nice awareness by him, making the catch, coming up with a big play.
Makes a man miss. Makes the stop at the 49, give him 5 yards on the play and a first down.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Throwing, Sellers. Moves around to clear up the vision. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Throws into the middle of the field. He's got it on the outside. All the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Talk about keeping your eyes downfield and then unleashing one on a rope.
And having a guy like that that can buy time and beat you down the field with his feet, but also what you said is the most important thing. Keeps his eyes down the field. He's not looking to run the football. He can, but he's looking to do damage and make a big play down the field. Because he had his eyes up, he could do that.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Martin. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for space, it's Hughes. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the.
Makes the grab in their space. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Great job by the quarterback bouncing back. Just got sacked the previous play. Now all of a sudden it's 2nd and long, and everybody knows you're going to be throwing it. But he comes right back. He stays in the pocket. He's staring down the field. He's not letting the rush affect him. He finds his open guy. He gets the completion. It's not a first down, but now you're set up 3rd and short. And this all of a sudden looking pretty good for the offense.
Looking for a man. It's Henderson. Finds his tight end. Ran through. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The Cougars go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Cougar!
That is exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half. Close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Guided out of bounds at the 32 after a good return. Get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Here's Sellers to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
He might want another play. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to line up in an empty set, you've got to make sure you're protecting your quarterback. And you see up front, a guy loses, and that forced the hit on the QB and forced the incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Wide open downfield. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Sellers to the air again. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Here's some pressure. And they got it. The Gamecocks taking timeout. That's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. After that sack, the O-line better get its act clean Sellers from the gun on third down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
He'll bring it out. It's Martin. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. To throw, it's Henderson. Makes the catch. It's Walker. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. The run inside. It's Hughes. They'll just run the ball in the middle of the field and watch that clock continue to wind here late in the first half. We're just about ready to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Got it behind the line. It's Harbor. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt. You throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. Pocket breaking down. Breaks the tackle. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
On the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
Sellers. Steps away to find some room. It's a fumble on the play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And he was under so much stress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive. But the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
Dropping back, it's Henderson. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. And the Cougars peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but He plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Throwing, Sellers. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab. It's Harbor. Gets it out past the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a first down as this offense tries to put together a long drive. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
They feed him again. That could be an alley. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The Gamecocks have this offense rolling. Caught in the backfield, it's Harbor. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the third. We reach the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So the final period starts with a second down play. Motion from the wide receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Yeah, and I think 3rd and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football, now you got a 4th down situation.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Again, it's Sellers. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Tuggle.
Yeah, and how about that on 4th down, and they got to throw the football. They make the play in a big-time moment. Nice job by the offense, getting this a little bit closer to the finish line.
And the Gamecocks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. With the catch, it's Harbor. Runs through the tackle. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
The Gamecocks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Makes a catch. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. If they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books. Running inside, it's Clark. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Gamecocks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. With the run on 1st and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. That one will put a little extra distance, give them a little cushion down the stretch.
And there was a little bit of hope, but you just snatched away with that touchdown. This game is now over.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Henderson. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He's taking a deep shot. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the first down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in.
He's looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Got a man, it's Thomas. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Cougars lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Quickly complete. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. In the red area, it's Hughes. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Scanning the field, it's Henderson. Got his man. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Houston has it with a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Here's a heat. Looking for the goal line. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. After this, it'll be a wrap. Off the play fake. Finds his big tight end. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent. Does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David, every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today. And hey, who knows? Maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer.